Hey Spuddies, Potatomcwhiskey here, and welcome to Let's Play Imperator Rome. So I'm seeing that even though we have a lot of governor's troops in place, we are not quite managing to suppress all the unhappiness. So I'm thinking this region over here could use a second force. Or maybe we could just make this one slightly bigger. Although, supply limit-wise, it's probably not a good move. Yeah, I think I'll just make a another army here. So let's get some velites in here. And I noticed up here, too, we were still having a lot of unrest. And also in Ratia. So we're going to be building up this army. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And 1, 2, 3, 4. We might skip out on Principes, actually, now that I think about it. Because the supply over here is pretty low. God damn it. Get away. Yeah, supply limit in these mountain regions is pretty low, so we might just do like 2 stacks of 12. Half cav, half light infantry. And then we'll do another stack up here. So I think our next war is going to be down here somewhere. Well, I think I was going to declare war on someone over here. I can't remember who it was. Was it Ratia? No, it was Tariska. I was going to declare war on this block over here. Because I can pretty much eat, like, most of them individually. Like, I can... If I declare war on this guy... Oh, I have to declare war on Tariska. But I can pretty much eat, like, 1, 2... 1, 2, 3, 4, 5... I could probably eat all these guys in succession. So if I grab all of these armies... Now, I did make sure they're not the government-controlled armies. Like if I grab these 3 guys and put them on the border in general over here, that's those 3 taken care of. Then I've got these 3 legions, and we'll send those ones on a deep mission over to here. That takes care of those. Then I've got this stack over here and this stack up here. This stack will probably head over to be in support. Now, I do want to wait until my aggressive expansion goes below the limit. These 2 stacks, I'm going to have them in Spain. You're down there, you're down here, this one's up here. You were doing the border fort stuff. It cost me manpower to do this. I'm going to have you stand somewhere safe. All the way over here. We'll worry about this stuff later. And we're going to unpause them. We're going to just wait for our aggressive expansion to decay a bit while we get our armies in position and get ready to attack Taurisia. I could afford new inventions. I am unlocking national citizen happiness, which is going to be pretty good. Call Omen happiness actually would open up a lot of religious power over the course of the game for me, so I might go ahead and pick that up. Ruler popularity gain is actually unironically a potentially good thing to pick up. My ruler is already super popular though. I'm not really sure that's necessary. Okay, so we have an extra 1 stack here. We're going to build this up into a... Well, you know what? I'm just going to put a horseman army in here. Although light infantry are lighter. Yeah. It's better to do it with light infantry, because they're lighter. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9... 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Assign that to the governor region. And hopefully over time, the recruitment of all these pops will help. I mean, naturally, the aggressive expansion decay will help too. So we'll just see. Slowly the unrest is disappearing because we're managing it. We're spending a lot on fort maintenance. Okay, so there is the religious idea. Call omen cost for sure. Glass blowing for sure. It'll make people just generally happier. And I don't need sacrifice to the gods made cheaper. I have a lot of tribesmen. So like a tribesman output, but I am getting rid of them. That's worth considering. But you can see we are spreading the Romanization of France. We have a second stack here. I'm going to put these guys on independent operations now that they're in position. They should be providing the full -5 unrest to every province. Because I noticed that I wasn't quite getting the -5. I think it's based on the population of the province. Like the bigger the pop, the harder it is to suppress the unrest. And similar, we should see similar things in here. Yeah, we're only getting -3 in some places and -4 in others. So if I build this up into a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Up to 10, and then assign it to the governor, we should see the unrest fall down here as well. Otherwise, most of my regions are pretty well kept. Plus, it also makes my army look bigger, although it does use up manpower. Magna Graecia is missing a governor, so let's put in this guy. He probably changed all the things in here. I'm okay with the commerce income one. That's fine. I think culturally this is all basically mine, although I could probably get away with running cultural assimilation in here. It's not a bad move. It only costs 21 to change it. Just go through and have a look at like the general culture down here. Yeah, it's mostly like the right culture. Like this region has very little. Oh, well, actually, there could be, you know, you could justify a cultural conversion over here. Just to try and unify. Now this one, I think it might be a good idea since it's mostly Roman. I think it will be a good idea to do social mobility here and get the pops to distribute, because we've got like this city to distribute more evenly between the classes. We'll leave that on there. Epirus is still culturally assimilating, that's fine. Lucania, actually, now that I think about it, this should have been social mobility. There's a lot of freemen in Lucania compared to how many citizens there are. So we need these to distribute a bit. And Apulia is actually has a pretty decent ratio. I mean, we could probably improve it, but I would be more concerned with I'm not sure what I would be more concerned with, actually. Everyone in here is pretty happy. I guess bleed them dry would give us a lot of money. I mean, acquisition of wealth is fine. I'm actually okay with that. We're still maintaining a decent tech ratio, even as we've expanded so like horrendously huge. Okay. Let's check our I have a little tickle in my throat. Excuse me, I'm very sorry about that. I normally don't do that. Alright, a little bit of happiness in here. So we've mostly taken care of the unrest over here. This will bleed down as our aggressive expansion bleeds down too. Want to be riding that line. And a few months of peace is actually a good thing too, because it gives us a chance for our manpower to recover. It gives a chance for our nation to just generally stabilize and improve. See, we're doing a lot of civilization and cultural effort to try and spread the Romanism. Our people will spread. We also need to get rid of tribesmen, but that'll happen sort of semi-naturally. You can see here, we've got a lot of tribesmen in some places, and we're trying to get rid of them. A lot of Bikia, probably better to do a civilization effort there. Even in Vasconia. I'm okay with cultural conversion there. It's probably better to culturally convert before you civilize, although it's hard to tell, really. Maybe it's better sometimes to do it the other way. Vocantia over here is like majority Roman already, actually, now that I'm looking at it. So this is a prime target for a civilization effort to get rid of tribesmen. And then do social mobility to like get some more citizen pops in here. If we can get rid of all those tribesmen, I'd be happy. So there's like a small chance per month. I'll just watch this and see if it ticks down. What is the chance? It's a 13% chance per month in Vacantia. Come on, give me one. While I'm watching, give me one. 55 still. Give me one. Come on. You can give me one. This man lost his hair and you still haven't converted a pop. Come on now, dude. This guy has done it twice. Yeah, it's pretty hideous, all honestly. Come on now. I believe in you. Really? Not one? Man, even up here popped one off. Oh, there, one went. Excellent. All right, so it's actually happening. And there is a majority culture in here. Mostly the correct culture in here, which is exactly what we want to see. I'll leave this on cultural assimilation for a little bit longer. This area over here has actually been incredibly resilient to cultural assimilation, to the point where I've started doing social mobility. And it's actually evened out quite a bit. You know what? Just to get rid of these freemen, or tribesmen rather. Actually, we mostly gotten rid of all the tribesmen in here, so civilization effort doesn't really make sense anymore. It's almost entirely the correct pop, so social mobility would be the right move. Although this is where we get our precious metal surplus. What I might do is I might go through and like move all the slaves to Luna and then just let them promote to other pop types. Well, not all of them, but most. Sorry, Luna, not Luca. We'll get those in there to Luna. If we move all the slaves over here, in theory, even if they promote with social mobility, they'll still be doing good work for us. Luna, Luna, Luna. Probably losing a few buildings here, but it's not like I care. So probably some of these guys will promote away and will produce less precious metals, but it will result in a more balanced population. It's kind of a way to actually, by moving slaves into a single city, it's kind of a way to turn more of your population into slaves. And then move them around and then have them, you know what I mean? And I'm pretty sure you can demote into a slave in social mobility, which is kind of weird because like Social mobility usually implies upward mobility, but in this case it means downward mobility also. So you're taking attrition here for no reason, so go over there. There's no reason to be taking attrition for free. Hey, monthly wages for characters. That's always good because we are paying a lot, and each point of character wage reduction is worth more than the point before it. Ooh, national citizen output for sure. It's only a small boost for now, but over the course of the game, national slave output. Oh, for damn sure. National commerce income. Those are all really good. Like boosted my income quite a bit. Probably made buying things like more expensive. Yeah, we're up to 2,000 gold to buy a thing now. Man, I'm kind of tempted to just spam granaries, but I really know it's not that good. I just know it's not good. Definitely want to build granaries in Rome to keep these slaves happy, because if we could build up a really strong slave economy in the capital, then we're golden. Because each one of these increases the happiness of slaves a little bit, which means they're more likely to be productive, even if we've got a lot of aggressive expansion. Actually, out of curiosity, could I import another precious metal? And now it's cheaper to promote citizens, which is, you know... Sorry. Cheaper to promote citizens, right? Is that not what we got? Does that not imply? There it is. Okay, got it. I can promote freemen cheaper, although it's not like that's something I plan on doing. At least not too much. I might promote the odd tribesman here or there. Epirus, yeah, it still needs to be culturally converted, unfortunately. I would love to get rid of some of these freemen, though. Alrighty, are we ready to go to war? Let's have a look. So if we go to war with this... Oh, it's not actually quite as good a war anymore. Well, that changes things. Wait, you're the Etrevician Revolt? I guess you just never reset to, like, take over or whatever. Who do we go to war with instead? Our diplomatic range reaches almost all the way to the former Seleucid Empire, although it kind of still exists. There's Parnia. I think they're trying to form Parthia, but I think they need like this province over here to form Parthia. So they got some work to do. They're nice and big though. Thrace is long dead. Let's see. Who else could we go to war with? Could we find like a smally guy? Oh, you were supposed to be light infantry and light cav. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And 6. Trying to find a war that like is favorable and we don't have to like, because if we get truces with a bunch of different people, it's not good. We want to try to be basically what I'm trying to do is be efficient with my truces. Now Ratia is actually pretty big, so if we took them on in a lightning war, a Blitzkrieg, if you will, we would be in pretty advantageous positions. So let's send you there. Send you there. Shouldn't need more than like 4 armies to do this. Look at that. Beautiful green unrest and beautiful red culture. Haven't quite started spreading my religion. It's on the, it's one of the things I plan to do eventually, okay? We'll get to it. The populist faction is now in power. Not ideal. Yeah, we definitely need that unrest reduction. Make sure things are nice and green, as he would say, as that dude would say in that one movie with The Fifth Element. All green, baby. Who is me? Okay, so we want some forts. You know what? We could probably skip out on forts. It's probably not that important to fort up. But Ratia has grown, which should make our life easier to kill them. They do have an ally over here. We're not scared about that. Let's fabricate the claim. It's an expensive claim to fabricate. If it casts his belly on me... "13th of June. Declare war. Latobrigia and Triboica, but we're only really interested in Ratia. Or Radia? Researcher needed. The researcher dies so often, dude. I'm gonna pick a young guy. Just like, do that job forever, please. There's probably no advantage to picking a young guy for that, but it's whatever. You go down this path. You go down this path. This will be a fairly straightforward and relatively easy war. Probably should be declaring simultaneous wars, really, if I was being reasonable. Problem is the alliance blocks are a little bit wonky. So you're gonna go tidy up all this stuff in here. And you're gonna go push down this way. Release the funds. Rome loses this much. We gain prestige. We have no need of this. Sure thing. Excellent. This is becoming an increasingly unuseful area of the interface as my nation just grows. More slaves. Who are you allied with? I could declare war on you, Latobrigia. Okay, apparently there's a big war going on that we don't want no part in. They had their maintenance down low. Sucks to be them. We've got a 7% chance to succeed, even though this says otherwise. Fairly straightforward border war. Why are we losing this battle? Oh wow, they have a 12 martial commander. I think our army is generally stronger though. It's bigger, so we'll have the flanking advantage of cavalry. Their archers should do more damage to us than we do that to them. Which is fine, because that's light infantry's job is to be a morale soak. It's like, that's its job, that's your goal. That's what you do. You soak morale damage, and you let the heavy infantry and light cavalry do the job. That's the way I see light infantry, anyway. They hold the line while the heavier troops do the real killing on the flank. And I think that's going to be the meta, is to have a front line. I think, like, you could make an argument that, like, if you have light infantry that can hold the line for long enough, that plus cavalry and a little bit of heavy infantry to hold the second line is the metagame, like, right? That's what you want. That's the comp you want. Just a peaceful little war here. You know how it is. Yeah, you can just be flogged. You're stealing 50 gold. I'm making that much a month. You stole a month's worth of money. Come on now. Is that really how you want to be remembered? You want to be remembered as a guy who stole a month's worth of profit from the Empire? Yeah, I just feel like marketplaces are like the best move. Gives you civilization value. I have so much money, it's kind of silly. I don't think it's worth it to build granaries in your capital, yes, but elsewhere, no, because it doesn't get you enough pops. Like, each granary doesn't get you enough pops by the end of the game to, like, justify themselves compared to just, like, making the pops that you do have more efficient using a marketplace and just increasing the civilization value of the provinces. Hey, we captured 5 pops. In fact, some of them were sent to Vikentia, which is over here. A little slave market starting up there. That's good. Most of them go to Rome. What are we looking like in here now? The 21 granaries trying to feed all these slaves. We're making crazy money in here, though. That is for damn sure. I mean, you could argue that it's not worth it to take these military traditions at this cost ratio. That it would be much better to spend my my military power expanding into the wilderness here. And I'm tempted. You know what? I kind of agree. We're going to do that. Well, we're at war. I mean, what else are we doing? Okay, so I think I have everything that I want, that I can reasonably get in this war. A little bit of AE, but more importantly, we've simplified our borders. What about these guys? Who are you allied with? Okay, they're actually allied with people I do want to go to war with. And I have armies in position to fight them. So let me get these 2 guys down to here and to here. Position these. Oh wait, some of these guys are already in a war. I might want to wait and let those wars tidy themselves up before I kind of get involved. Or I could just not care and clean these guys up. These are my 2 stacks, right? Yeah. So let's get one of you guys over to here, one of you guys over to here, and one of you guys over to here. So we can kind of tidy up the Alps. To finish them off once and for all. Maybe get these barbarians civilized. Oh, actually, looks like the barbarian strongholds that... I'm pretty sure there were some barb strongholds here. They must have been civilized away. In fact, I think a few of them have been civilized away, which is interesting. Even more interestingly, the civilization level of the places that we're conquering is going up. Still one down here now. Alright. Marketplace is finishing. Should see a further jump in income. I still want to kill these guys. I definitely want to kill these 2. Oh, right. Border fort. Delete the fort. Make a new border fort. Bye, Felicia. I'm sorry. I'll never say that again. Border fort. Delete border fort. I feel like this is a better expenditure of my military power than it would be to just save up for this stuff. Looks like there is a fort or something preventing this. Maybe it's in a different, maybe because it's in a other person's province or whatever. Segosa. Segosa. Yeah, you should take them out, that's fine. Ah. Wait, what was it? Oh, must have at least one cohort that is not loyal to anyone. Okay. Alright, I guess we're not doing it with this army. Should have checked the old thing. You guys are moving into position. Wipe those slaves out, nice. This guy must make crazy money if he's got loyal cohorts to him and he's not really like suffering at all. Yep. Severe winter in the Alps. Yes, please. It needs a commander, but it has to have a commander that doesn't have any loyal cohorts. I feel like this is like a reasonable expenditure of military power, considering the only other way to really colonize is with civic power and orbitory power through culture converting and stuff like that. Declare war. So these guys will be called in. These guys will be called in, and Mandubia. Oh, I never got armies in position for Mandubia, did I? We can take care of them later. We have an army over here set to independently do its own thing and defend the area. I see no reason not to get this war started. I mean, I can think of a couple of reasons. Let's just grab, like, you. You're fine. Like, this region is not really what we want right now, but it's fine. Let's take this out. Let's begin the advance. I've got another 18 stack over here. You make your way all the way over there. You'll get there. I could force march you. It would make you heavy as hell, but you'd get there faster. If we look at the war map, we're at war with a few different people. Should be a fairly straightforward and easy war to win. Hey, a martial advance. It made this cheaper, but it's still not cheap enough. I think I need more martial advances, so again, I'd rather spend my points expanding into probably Bohemian. Would not be a bad move, actually, like, if I'm thinking about it. So to start wrapping around. Okay, we're taking care of that. You're doing your job. I've got a couple of legions down here that aren't doing anything. I could probably bring one up to go siege the second fort. Hey, a border fort. I mean, what else am I spending this on, right? Hiring mercs. I want to paint the map. Alright, so that is that. I think I'd rather expand into territory that I already kind of technically own first and get this all filled out as much as I can. And then maybe look into wrapping around into Bohemia. Have him ritually sacrificed. The oratory power is actually quite good, although it's like 1,500 gold. God Damn! Even so, the oratory power is better, which seems crazy. Alrighty. You're still expanding for me. Excellent. There's a combat happening. I don't know. Didn't even realize this one was going on, but apparently we won. Let's keep doing that. Eventually I might just have to like automate my entire army because it's already getting rough to control it. So I'm actually at war with some of these guys. I'd like to take little bites out of them. I'm less worried about taking out these guys. I want to take out these three. If I could take these three, then I'd be feeling pretty good about myself. Well, you may as well go tidy this up and you push into there. We've got the war leader siege down, which is a good start. There's a fort here, so we're going to have a hard time doing that. A bit of cultural assimilation, never hurt nobody. Well. Fort defense, army maintenance. I don't know why I say those things. Ooh, siege engineers for sure, we want that. It'll mean we take forts even faster, and we already rip down forts like crazy. And I mean rip them down. What is our current success chance? A 43% success chance with only like a couple of rolls in our favor. That's pretty good. Captured 6 pops over here. Very nice. You do have some starving cities. Why are you starving? Because you were looted. Have a granary. Granaries, you're starving. Very cool. I'm liking this whole like omnidirectional expansion that you can do as Rome. It feels very much so the Roman power fantasy. It feels it has been captured here. You go deal with some of this stuff. Okay, region wise, let's go tidy up this one. They killed my pups! Sounds like I'm accusing them of killing my father. Which, I mean, in the technical sense, I am. Oh, that's outside of your regional range. Got it. Let's see. Border fort. Delete the border fort. Just turning military points into more pop. What are we up to now? 10,000. Feels good, man. We might actually, you know, I don't mean to like prematurely assess the situation, but something akin to a world conquest might not be out of the question here. It really just depends on how effectively we can fight these wars. Good job, you caught him. Let's go ahead and siege that down. You hunt this guy down. I mean, we're almost up to 1 million manpower, which is just silly. Like, that's just silly. 1 million manpower? Preposterous. So we just need to get this guy sieged down. Need to get this guy finished, and then this guy finished. And then we're looking pretty happy. They're still trying to break that siege desperately because they know they're going to get annexed. Annexed, kind, Skywalkered. I'm sorry. Yeah, you can buy goods for me. Both these armies actually arrived around the same time, which is pretty impressive for the guys who were on forced march. Made good time. Take them off forced march. Can you border fort here? You can. There might be a few places I won't be able to border fort. Did they just colonize this? I think they just colonized this. Interesting. But the uncolonized, uncivilized shall start seeing... Wait, why is the limit 5 here and 10 in here? Must be that just certain areas. I don't want to hire mercs. Stop. My god, look at these stacks of mercs that are appearing in my capital. There's a few stacks around the place, actually. And they're pretty strong. Oh, this guy is fully sieged down. Give me your provinces. 7 AE being reduced heavily by a number of factors. Put them to the sword, reduce their AE slightly. These guys are next. Probably, if I walked around, I could take a bite out of those guys there, but I'm less enamored with that. Yes, do the civic advances. I think we did just get an advance. No, I don't want the populist faction in power. God, we just obliterate forts. One of our legions no longer has a general. It is this one. It's going to assign some legions. I'm so glad that I accepted all those families. I just have an endless pool of people to draw from. They're actually trying to siege me back here. Can you go break that siege? You could actually go break... it would take you longer to get there. Let's get this guy pieced out. He's next. And if I can take a little bit of this guy's land, I would be happy. Any amount that I could take, I would be happy. Give me all your money. Cut them down. 2 little chunks of this, an extra 4 AE. And there we go, war is done. Got ourselves expanded. We're up to, should be up to about 1100 now. Yep, 1100 pops. Who is next? Who is next on the chopping block? Well, I know I meant to be doing border forts over here, but I keep forgetting this is like highly micro intense work over here. So who is next on the chopping block? Well, my tech ratio is fine. There's a lot of wars breaking out here. I might redirect down to Spain. Things have maybe eased off and evened out here. I could declare war on this little Bella guy. And then eat Kaka, Platancia, and Lama all in one fell swoop. Let's get some legions down there to do that. You, not you, you, and you. So these 3 legions, I'll bring them down. And those 2 are on defense. And you're coming in here. I need another legion down here. I'd like another 2 legions down here, actually. So, while we're waiting for them to get into place, we will just, you know, casually expand using the border fort mechanic. Currently costs 49. I don't know why. Aha. There is a fort right there in Etravicia. Eravicia, not Etravicia. Etravicia is a different country over here somewhere. No, Eburovicia. So I think that's all the territory around here that we can reasonably take control of. I think it may be a good time to start expanding into the Boyan and kind of... I mean, realistically, we could push all the way up to the German areas if we wanted to. This is all like super open terrain, although the supply limit up here is like rough. Yeah, we can't even walk through here. It's that bad. Definitely. This is like the only place on the map I'm going to build granaries, purely to try and grow pops and get the supply limit up. Because, say it takes 13 years to grow a pop, and a granary gets me a pop 1 or 2 years earlier. That's a little bit of extra supply here that I wouldn't have had otherwise. So I think that's a reasonable thing to do. Now, I do have some legions standing still taking attrition. You're taking it from a normal winter. You go down here to a nice safe spot. You're taking it from a normal winter as well. You go down here to a nice safe spot. Oh my god, you can rotate the map. Alrighty. Yeah, I don't want to mess with any of these guys while they're already at war with each other, because it just makes my life complicated. I mean, I could probably do this quicker if I had broken this up into a smaller stack, but it's fine. The Marian Reforms actually gives a fairly high amount of cohort loyalty, which is actually really good because it means I'm paying less for them. Sort of roundabout way to get more money out of my generals by reducing my army cost. Oof. Yeah, I think I'm going to expand out. I think I'm going to expand out into here. Try to get as much of the Bohemian and Germanian node in here. We have a little bit of unrest and stuff, but I think generally speaking we're managing. Social mobility, actually. I know I'm running that in some places. This hasn't quite evened out in Tuscia yet. This is definitely evened out a bit. Campania has a huge bias towards these. Aternum is evened out a bit, but I'll just leave it on. Although it is hurting the output of these guys a bit. I guess I could go back to cultural assimilation here. Now that the pops are a little bit more balanced. Enlarged tax district. Oh, cool. Yes, look at the little splotches of Roman appear everywhere. Oh, it's really satisfying. I gotta say, map painting, 10 out of 10. Oh. Is this really where I want to expand into the Vistula? Yeah, because if I start building up the supply here early in the form of taking over this stuff, that would be good for me. The Bastarnais Revolt. I mean, I could save up for an idea, but they get cheaper, so I may as well spend these points on something else that, like, makes my nation stronger. do 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 do. Very well. Yes, I will accept this. That's as far as I'll be able to go up here. Let's go back and do Bohemia. Are you guys in position yet? Almost. Hopefully some of these guys get bigger and so it's easier to eat them all in one go. I'd like that. Let's go up to a higher speed. Oh my god, we've already passed through 51 minutes. But I mean, my Rome is getting tastier and tastier with every passing episode. We expand a lot. So yeah, I need to wait. I want to wait for these wars to like tidy themselves up. And hopefully these guys are all in like big defensive alliances with each other. Oh yeah, that is amazing. Defensive leagues. I could take all of this land in like one fell. If I just bring a few legions up here. Invade here. All good, baby. But yeah, there you go. This is Imperator. Thank you guys so much for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed this episode. I'll see you next time. I love you all very much. Bye-bye.